Case file number 005, the Haunted Cat Bag Audit. This is case file number 005. Target asset, the e-commerce crochet kit designated as Frankenstein. We are documenting a multi-layered phantom grift, an industrial override of the human element. Our forensic audit initiated with the provided documentation. The physical manual, designated G1101, appears to be a cloned skeleton. Evidence strongly suggests the manufacturer may have appropriated an independent creator's rainbow granny square design. The factory failed to sanitize the file. Structural errors and fingerprint typos, matching known external files, have been directly duplicated. Page numbers simply drop off into the void. The payload truncates abruptly with a generic congratulations, failing to provide critical assembly protocols. A rogue QR code was detected on the packaging. It redirects to a secondary transmission by an entirely different creator, demonstrating a flat cat square. There is zero audio instruction, a complete communicative blackout, eerie, dead silence. When physical integration commenced, the mathematical foundation collapsed against the reality of the craft. The kit provides two hardware options, a 5.0mm and a 2.5mm hook. Testing the 5.0mm hardware yielded a severely compromised textile, a massive square completely losing structural integrity under load. A manual override to the 2.5mm hook was required to achieve the necessary rigidity. A material audit reveals further system failures. Executing the dense double crochet sequence from the silent video rapidly depletes the primary material. The yarn supply is exhausted well before the mandatory 13 squares are completed. Tactile navigation of the remaining uncalibrated skeins of black, brown, and gold is suboptimal. Observe the geometric anomaly. The suspect documentation dictates a 45-degree diamond-folded assembly layout. The off-site assembly matrix completely drifts from the printed diagram. Furthermore, if the practitioner successfully integrates the silent cat square video, the structural seaming forces every single feline representation to sit permanently rotated, a bizarre sideways alignment. Alternative sourcing and independent modules, blank for personnel requiring a fully documented, structurally sound iteration of the classic granny square tote bag. We advise a direct requisition. The geometric layout observed in this compromised file heavily mirrors the verified architecture of an independent designer. To maintain the integrity of the textile grid, support the original human creator. You may acquire the Uncorrupted pattern directly from their authorized distribution node here, crafted by Cat UK. Furthermore, the flat feline module tutorial observed via the external QR code redirect is not an anonymous asset. This specific procedure is the intellectual property of an independent creator. The footage belongs to the channel designated as Sarah's Crochet. Acknowledge the original source. Links to both sources will be in the pinned archive comment below. Final disposition. The final product yields a 1 foot by 1 foot containment unit, entirely devoid of feline life. The asset is technically functional. It has the structural capacity to hold a book. However, the promotional imaging utilized to trigger the consumer transaction is entirely artificial. The crisp, three-dimensional puff-stitch monochrome faces displayed on the network listing are a geometric impossibility given the provided materials. The image of the product is AI-generated. This kit is an absolute 0 out of 5. A complete systemic bypass is advised. Analog crafts for a digital world.
Promotional segment sponsored by Void Mart. Shop smart. Shop Void Mart. This is the mandatory and instructional and compliance tape for Void Mart item number 842-C, the multi-faced feline containment tote. The promotional reference imagery you are observing is an algorithmic simulation. Manual consumer fabrication will result in severe structural deviation. You are attempting to build a theoretical construct using human hands. Mathematical failure is guaranteed. The provided fabrication blueprints require non-Euclidean geometry to function. Observe the impossible perfection of the object against the constraints of a biological workbench. Isolate the transition parameters. Notice the exact points where the applied feline faces seamlessly blend into the main cable knit background grid. Clinical. This seamless blending is an artifact of artificial image generation. It cannot be replicated with a single continuous yarn thread. Without access to higher dimensional weaving techniques, replicating the exact visual comp science of the reference prototype is impossible. We now shift our evaluation from the theoretical image to the physical mass provided in your consumer kit. Your physical inventory is restricted to standard low-grade yarn bundles and generic plastic hooks. These baseline tools are entirely inadequate for producing the high-density wool, complex multi-layered embroidery, and structured interfacing projected by the simulation. The corporation has intentionally under-equipped you. The raw mass provided is insufficient to solve the required geometric equation. This specific containment unit lacks fixed spatial parameters, resulting in immediate dimensional instability. As stated in the vendor documentation, the size is only made by handmade is for reference only. This clause legally transfers all blame for misshapen outputs from the Void Mart enterprise directly to you. Any resulting spatial anomalies, collapsed grids, or terrifying facial distortions are classified entirely as user error during manual UAL fabrication. Therefore, the manual fabrication of IM number 842-C is strictly an exercise in managing biological disappointment. You are hereby directed to severely adjust your expectations regarding the final structural integrity of your individual unit. The pursuit of the algorithmic ideal is a violation of physical limits and transmission. Mandatory corporate disclosure. Please be advised that Void Mart is merely a broadcast conduit and not the original fabricator of these anomalous artifacts. The physical items showcased in this transmission are sourced directly from the third-party dimensional marketplace known as Temu. We did not manufacture these items. We have not thoroughly tested these items for structural, chemical, or spiritual integrity. All product claims, specifications, and features mentioned in this broadcast are strictly regurgitated from their original, unverified listings. Please remember the universal law of equivalent exchange. You get exactly what you pay for. As such, actual product quality, dimensions, and functionality may wildly vary from our enthusiastic descriptions. Void Mart, its parent entities, and this specific temporal video creator are completely, legally, and spiritually absolved of all liability for any product malfunctions, inaccurate readings, buyer's remorse, or localized timeline disruptions resulting from your purchase. Furthermore, please be warned that any interactive hyperlinks provided in your local viewing sector are officially designated as affiliate portals. Should you choose to step through and exchange your earthly currency for these items, Void Mart will automatically siphon a microscopic financial commission directly to the creator of this broadcast to fund their ongoing biological existence. This is a perfectly normal capitalist transaction and in no way tethers your soul to our corporate mainframe. We are simply sharing the listings. We are not responsible for what arrives in your mail. Proceed at your own financial risk. Void Mart. Everything you need and nothing you didn't know you lost.